Here, my friend, are six signs on how to know that you are chosen by God. Number one is that people, there are some people like, let me just literally say, most people will do bad things to you. They would hurt you, but you wouldn't do it back to them, not because you're a coward or something. You cannot hurt people because you have the love of God in you. Sometimes it makes you feel weak and stuff like that. Like you're not strong, like you don't know what you're doing, like you're just an easy prey to people. But the matter of fact is that you just have the love of God in your heart. You literally just have the love of God in your heart, and you don't like seeing people hurt. Neither do you like to hurt people. You don't like seeing a person hurt because you know how it feels like to be shamed or to be laughed at or to be, you know, looked at as an easy prey. So you don't like hurting people or even doing anything bad to them. Number two is that you encourage the very people that are likely to laugh at your downfall that would not encourage you back. You would encourage people, but they wouldn't encourage you back. You are somebody a person can turn to for advice. You can encourage them, you can talk to them, but they wouldn't do the same for you. They're actually absent when you need help, when you need encouragement. They are not present. They're basically like not there at all. And you are a person who is always, you are good at noticing people who are actually going through low moments and downfalls, and you're always there. But for your case, people would literally laugh at you when you're going through a downfall or when you're actually going through things that you might want help with, and those people are not going to be there for you because God has made it that way so that you learn to depend on Him only and look up to Him. You get your source of encouragement and strength is from God, while theirs is mostly from people, chosen ones that God used you. Sometimes people don't really actually, you know, talk to God physically, but He uses you, the chosen one, to speak to that person physically. And you are the source of encouragement to that person, of advice to that person. But for you, nobody else. No, you got nobody. Nobody's got your back. Only God's got your back. So look up to God and He will encourage you and give you all the advice that you need in your journey. That is number two. Number three reason on how you know that you are chosen by God. You can see certain things or patterns that other people around your circle are not seeing. You can see things that other people in your family are not seeing. You can see things that are not good, especially spiritually. You can see things that are happening around that are demonic and they bother you. You can see a certain pattern of sickness and you will get to notice it before anybody else does. They can think, most of the people who are not chosen and gifted by God, they see things in a perspective of the world. They would say if they would see a line of people having a certain illness, they would take it just like that. Or no, they'll be like, oh no, in our family we are anemic. Oh no, we're diabetic. Oh no, we just have um all this stuff like we we go through depression at a certain age. We're kind of all those negative things, and people accept them as part of their lineage or part of their genes and stuff like that, which is not normal. But you, as a chosen one, as a gifted one, you are able to know that this is not okay, this is not normal, and you feel deep down your heart God has put inside of you a sensor like detector to know that something is off here. And most of the times you pray for people and you will start taking those things to God in prayer. You don't only depend on the doctor or anything like the doctor or healers and stuff like that. You depend on God and you start seeing these things and start taking them to God in prayer. God has put that thing in you as a chosen one because you have been equipped with the necessary equipment to battle, to survive the battle. He's put that inside of you. Sometimes you'll have to grieve over those patterns that you're seeing, over those negative things that you're seeing around people that you love or people in your circle. And you have you have that certain you just tend to feel that grief or the pain on a different level. On a different level. The level of pain comes right from your soul. The level of sympathy comes right from your soul, and that is what makes you able to stand and fight, and demons flee. And demons will literally flee because of that thing, the pain and the love that you have and the compassion. You will actually declare things and they'll come to pass. You actually speak things and they'll come to pass. And that is how you know you are chosen. You begin to see things before they happen, and you will tell your family members, and you will see that those things have come to pass. And sometimes you will see things, but you fail to tell somebody, and when they come to pass, you're just in shock, and you can't even tell anybody because they will not understand you. That is because you are a chosen one. You are chosen by God. Therefore, sign to know that you are the chosen one is the desire of that calling or gift that God has put on you will keep on haunting you. It is never gonna leave you. It is never gonna leave you, especially if you're not walking in that desire, in that gift that God has called you, in that calling that God has given you, in that ministry that God has called you to do. The desire of it will keep on haunting you. It will keep on coming back to you. You keep seeing it in your dreams, in your visions. You keep seeing it a lot of times. Maybe you'll find yourself, if not seeing it, you'll find yourself it's just been pressed down inside of your heart. You just think about it most of the times. And that is God reminding you that you are chosen to do this. You're chosen for this task. You're chosen. And if you don't do that, you will not have peace because you are not doing that which God has called you to do. Number 5 sign to know that you're chosen is that you don't have a specific group of people or friends that you just hang out with or are comfortable with. You are isolated. Matter of fact, you're somebody who is always comfortable with whomever you feel comfortable to speak to. You feel free to speak to certain people. Most of the times, most people, you're free to speak to them just for a short moment, and later afterwards you don't actually create deeper friendships. You are somebody who just talks to people, are free to talk to people, encourage them. Most of the time you just start pouring into that person. You just start pouring. Sometimes you can just meet a stranger and you feel it inside of you to just pour into that person. You can spark a conversation, and that conversation goes a long way, and you just find yourself pouring into that person spiritually, and you pour into that person mentally, you strengthen that person. You just encourage this person that has just crossed your path, and you just feel the need to render your service. And number 6 sign on how you know that you are the chosen one and you are chosen by God is people just literally fight you. Sometimes they'll just hit on you. They will fight you with passion. They will just have the desire to fight you, and that makes them feel better. And sometimes it can be closest people to you. Most of the times, it's people closest to you. It can be 2 to 4 people near you, or even your family members fighting you. They would literally go from, top to bottom just to see you go down, just to see you low. And what you should remember is that it is not a them. but the powers of wickedness that have seen your light and want to frustrate you so that they can dim your light. It's the powers of wickedness that do that. Don't start taking out your anger on innocent people. How you fight those as a chosen one is by prayer and break every spiritual wickedness or frustration. Don't take out your anger on innocent people. Don't start hating on people. If you start reacting by hating on people and responding harshly with anger, that is how the devil now comes in and steals, because the devil is all about coming to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He will come in to destroy that light that he's seen on you and diminish it so that you stop disturbing his kingdom, because your light is a threat to the kingdom of darkness. Bonus one is as a chosen one, and how you get to know that you are chosen is that people, most people will reject you. They will reject you for no good reason. They want to have nothing to do with you. They will just have nothing to do with you. Sometimes they can even show it that they don't like you. It is because of the light inside you. It is the presence inside of you that is not connecting with what's inside of that person. They will just literally just don't like you, whatever your presence irritates them. That is how you know that you are the chosen one, that you are chosen by God Himself. You are the chosen one, and He has called you for something big and great. You're a person who is mindful of others, but they are not mindful of you. You're the person who accepts everybody as a chosen one, but they do not accept you back. They choose other people over you, but you don't have to take it personally and feel and start feeling all negative about it. They reject you because who knows what they have inside of you is not from God, because the devil use a person's body as a home for them. And if you are communicating with people who have certain spirits that are not of God, they will just be agitated and be irritated by your presence, and they just don't like you at all. Sometimes they can just, they even hide it properly. You cannot even see it. You just think it's a normal person if you're not discerning. You just think, oh, this person just doesn't like me at all. But they literally just don't. They just have something inside of them that does not resonate with you, that does not want you close to them. Because if you get close to them and you start pouring into them, you will actually start uh, delivering them from what's inside of them. Not by praying for somebody or laying of hands on them, just by talking to them, start creating a shift in their mind. That is how you know that you are the chosen one, and you are chosen by God, and you've been called for this. This is your journey. Don't forget to respond with anything with love, and don't forget to always pray. Always pray, because you're always going to be under attacks as a chosen one. You're going to be facing attacks. You just from nowhere suddenly you're low and you don't understand. Sometimes that burden that you are feeling inside of you is for somebody else. You're actually carrying the burden of somebody. Maybe that person was about to go through something bad, or an accident, or anything that is just really bad. You are the one, if you're close to that person, you are the one who will be feeling that burden. And um, most of the time, you shouldn't take it personal that, oh, I'm just low for no reason. I don't have joy inside of me. It is because something is not right. You're able to discern in the realms of the spirit that something is not right. And most of the times, when you feel that, go and pray. Go and pray, and you will feel that burden lift off of you, because you have just covered somebody with the word of God in prayer without knowing. You pray for yourself thinking you're praying for yourself, but you're actually praying for somebody else. And most of the times, if you don't pray, that burden doesn't go away. Doesn't go away. It takes a lot of time until the time you're going to pray, and that burden will just disappear. So, don't forget to pray and be loving and always be joyful and always um, continue to pour into other people because your ministry, your gift, your calling, your vision, your dream, and your destiny has been ordained by God Himself. And do not let frustrations and anger and confusion distract you. Be on your guard, stay focused,